in the heart of Paris, where the Seine's gentle waves whispered secrets to the Eiffel Tower, a love story unfolded between two souls destined to intertwine. This is the tale as recounted by the husband Vincent of his fateful encounter with his beloved wife Isabel. It was a brisk autumn day, the air carrying the scent of fallen leaves and anticipation. I found myself strolling along the cobblestone streets of Montmartre, the artistic heartbeat of the city. A painter's palette of warm hues adorned the trees, and as I turned a corner, my gaze collided with the most enchanting pair of hazel eyes. They belonged to Isabel, a vision of elegance in a scarlet coat, standing in front of a quaint cafe. Caught in that moment, time seemed to slow, and the world faded away, leaving only her and the sound of my own heart drumming a melody of hope. Gathering my courage, I approached her, my lips curving into a hesitant smile. "Bonjour," I said, my voice betraying the nervous excitement that coursed through me. Isabel's lips mirrored my smile as she replied, "Bonjour." Her accent was like music, a blend of grace and allure that spoke of a life filled with stories waiting to be shared. We spent hours in that cafe, sipping on coffee as our conversation flowed effortlessly. It was as though we had known each other for a lifetime, and the words between us painted the canvas of our shared interests, dreams, and experiences. She was an artist, capturing emotions in her paintings, while I found solace in writing, weaving tales with words. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm golden glow over the city, I found myself captivated not only by Paris's beauty, but by Isabel's soul. With a newfound boldness, I confessed, "Isabel, I feel like I've stumbled upon a rare treasure today." She blushed, her cheeks taking on the hue of the setting sun. "Vincent, you have a way with words." Days turned into weeks, and our love story bloomed against the backdrop of Paris's timeless charm. We explored the Louvre, lost in the masterpieces that echoed the passion within our own hearts. We danced along the Seine's banks, our laughter harmonizing with the river's gentle whispers. One particularly enchanting evening, I surprised Isabel with a moonlit picnic at the foot of the Eiffel Tower. As the stars twinkled above us and the tower's lights illuminated the night, I confessed my feelings in a letter. "Isabel, from the moment I saw your eyes, I knew my life was forever changed. You've painted your colors on the canvas of my heart, and I can't imagine a world without you in it." Tears glistened in her hazel eyes as she read my words, and she looked up at me, her voice a gentle tremor. "Vincent, you've become my muse, my inspiration for every stroke of my brush." As time flowed like the Seine, we faced our fair share of challenges. Life's brushstrokes weren't always gentle, and yet our love remained steadfast, an anchor against the currents of uncertainty. We weathered storms, celebrated victories, and grew side by side. And then, on a misty morning, as the city embraced the promise of spring, I found myself once again in Montmartre, this time at the steps of Sacré-Cœur. With a trembling hand, I slipped a ring onto Isabel's finger, the diamond sparkling like the twinkle in her eyes. "Isabel, will you marry me?" Tears of joy streamed down her cheeks as she nodded, her smile radiant. "Yes, Vincent, 1,000 times yes." Our wedding day was a fairy tale, with the Eiffel Tower as our witness and the city's charm as our backdrop. As we exchanged vows beneath a canopy of flowers, I couldn't help but marvel at the journey that had led us to this moment, a moment of pure, profound love. Now, as I sit with Isabel on the very cobblestone streets where our story began, I'm filled with gratitude for the serendipitous twist of fate that led me to her. The scarlet coat, the hazel eyes, the accent that danced like music, they all played their part in the grand tapestry of our love story. Paris continues to be our canvas, its streets holding the echoes of our laughter, the whispers of our secrets, and the promise of our forever. And as I look into Isabel's eyes, I'm reminded that the most beautiful stories are those that are lived, cherished, and shared, one day at a time. The end.